Hello there. Welcome to the fifth and last lesson of our five-part lesson on whole numbers. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to solve problems on compound interest, apply the use of compound interest in daily life activities. Let's begin. In our previous lesson, we learned the meaning of inverse and direct proportions and also solved problems related to inverse and direct proportions. Do you know that interest is a key concept in the world of finance? It applies to all our daily transactions, such as investments, loans, mortgages, and many more. Interest is a payment given for saving money. When interest is calculated on the basic sum of money saved or borrowed, it is called simple interest. The formula for simple interest is given as I is equal to PRT divided by 100, where P is the principal, R is the rate, and T is time. Principal is the initial amount that was invested or borrowed. Rate is used to calculate the interest per year, written as percentage. Time is the time in years for which the principal has been borrowed. And lastly is amount, which is another key term used when working with interest. You shall come across it later in the lesson. The amount is the final amount of investment or loan that includes the principal amount, P, and the total amount of interest, I. It is given as amount is equal to principal, P, plus simple interest, I. With simple interest, the principal always remains constant, as the interest is expected to be paid at regular intervals. Now, let's look at an example on simple interest. Find the simple interest on 30,000 Naira for 4 years at 8%. To find the simple interest, we use the formula I equals to principal times rate times time all over 100. From the question, the principal is 30,000 Naira. The rate is 8% and the time is given as 4 years. Hence, interest is equal to 30,000 times 8 times 4 divided by 100, which is equal to 9,600 Naira. Therefore, the simple interest on 30,000 Naira for 4 years at the rate of 8% is equal to 9,600 Naira. Moving forward, we will be diving into our main focus for today, which is compound interest. Recall that with simple interest, the principal always remains constant, as the interest is expected to be paid at regular intervals. However, with compound interest, the interest is usually added to the principal at the end of each interval. Let's solve some questions on compound interest. Find the compound interest on 60,000 Naira for 2 years at 8% per annum. To find the interest gotten at the end of the first year, we use the formula I equals to principal times rate times time all over 100. Given that the principal is 60,000 Naira, rate is 8% and time will be 1 year since it's per annum, hence 60,000 Naira times 8 times 1 all over 100. 0 cancels 0, 0 cancels 0, 600 times 8 times 1 is equal to 4,800. Amount at the end of the first year will be 60,000 plus 4,800, which is equal to 64,800. Next, we find the interest gotten in the second year using the same formula we used to solve the first year. The principal now is 64,800 instead of 60,000. The rate and time remain the same. 64,800 times 8 times 1 all over 100. 0 cancels 0, 0 cancels 0, 648 times 8 times 1 is equal to 5,184. Amount at the end of the second year will be 64,800 plus 5,184, which is equal to 69,984. The compound interest is 69,984 minus 60,000, which is equal to 9,984. Therefore, the compound interest on 60,000 naira for 2 years at 8% per annum is 9,984. Hope you are finding compound interest interesting. Let's try one more example. Hadiza invested 45,000 naira in real estate for 3 years at 10% per annum. Find the compound interest at the end of 3 years. What formula do we use to calculate the interest of each year? Exactly. We use the formula I equals to principal times rate times time all over 100. Given the principal is 45,000 naira, the rate is 10% and the time will be 1 year since it's per annum. Hence 45,000 times 10 times 1 all over 100, 0 cancels 0, 0 cancels 0, 450 times 1 is equal to 4,500. Amount at the end of the first year will be 45,000 naira plus 4,500, which is equal to 49,500 naira. The principal for the second year is now 49,500. Rate and time remains the same. 49,500 times 10 times 1 all over 100, 0 cancels 0, 0 cancels 0, 495 times 10 times 1 is equal to 4,950 naira. Can you guess what the amount of the second year will be? Let's confirm if you're correct. Amount at the end of the second year will be 49,500 plus 4,950 naira, which is equal to 54,400 naira. Yippee! Lastly, let's find the accumulated amount for the third year. The principal for the third year is 54,450. The rate and time remain the same. 54,450 times 10 times 1 all over 100. 0 cancels 0, 0 cancels 0. 5,445 times 1 is equal to 5,445 naira. Amount at the end of the third year will be 54,450 plus 5,445, which is equal to 59,895 naira. Compound interest is 59,895 naira minus 45,000 naira, which is equal to 14,895 naira. Therefore, the compound interest is 14,895 naira. With this, we have now come to the end of our lesson. Today, we learned the meaning of simple and compound interest. We learned about some terms used in calculating interest and also solved problems on compound interest. Hope you had fun learning. See you in the next lesson.